Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Monday live show. We are streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and on Instagram as well. All right. Let's see here. Okay, perfect. Welcome, guys. This is Monday right now, and we are streaming. Bring your questions as we do every single Monday. We have a lot to talk about. It's been a crazy week. um, and I think we are, one of the things that we're going to be talking about today is immigration agents now have new technology to identify and track people. A lot of clients are telling me that when they travel back to the United States, officers are using new devices to track people, to determine their immigration status, to keep records. Um, TSA is also doing that and collaborating with ICE when they're taking your photos. You notice when you come to the airport, TSA is now taking your pictures. What are they doing with all this information? People are more concerned to travel right now. People are more concerned to move around. So, I think it's important to discuss that, and also your experience with that, because I think it, the amount of data that they have is they use that obviously to to track information and to try to you know to use it against immigrants every single day. So I think it's important to know how to keep your data safe, what you can do, um, or cannot do as you move around through the immigration process, and just things like that. Because I think right now there's a lot of issues with what information we're giving the government when we apply for immigration benefits, our fingerprints, our pictures, these new requirements where starting in December, which we talked about last week, where people are going to be traveling and they're going to take your biometrics, DNA samples potentially. As you leave the United States, is this something that you want to do? Are you willing to do that just to be able to move around? So yeah, I mean, this is the new reality. So welcome, guys. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and put your questions in here. And if you want to join on the live, you can. If you're watching this on TikTok, you can request to join the live at the bottom of the screen, and I'll get you on the live. And also share the live as you watch it, so we'll be able to get more people on the live and ask questions. Let's see. I mean, add the link here. There we go. There you go. That's the link you can use to join live on YouTube. Um, and let's see here on Instagram. All right. So you're watching this on Instagram, you can ask questions. What will be your top 5 evidence to prove a bona fide marriage based on your experience? Um, okay, so for bona fide marriage, that's a good question. I would say joint bank accounts, joint bills, joint bank accounts, joint bills, pictures. But the most important thing they want to see is commingling of assets. So it's not just enough to have the documents. They want to see that you are actually sharing your assets. Did you buy things together? They want to see that kind of information, that not just a checklist of documents, because that's not going to work anymore. They want to see actual documents that you are providing to them. Let's see here. Yeah, so anybody who's watching this on Instagram, you can send me a DM directly to the account. Correct. Super Sun is asking, will diabetes kill the immigration case for F4 category? What is the solution? It's a good question. So the reason, as I mentioned, and I made a full video on this, and I'm making a long video that talks about the new guidance from the State Department that if you have heart disease, obesity, all the kind of stuff like that, mental health, depression, severe depression, it could be a reason why your visa could be denied. So what you want to do for diabetes is to show that you're going through care, you have a structure plan, you've been doing this for a while. What is the condition of your situation to show to minimize the fact that you'll be a public charge. As long as you can show that, that's amazing. All right, guys. So if you're watching TikTok, keep tapping the screen. I want to see more of you guys do that so we can get more people to share. And also, let's use the TikTok form that they give us every week. Pin the form right there. If you want to get in touch with me during the live, use the form right there. Perfect. Use that. I'll book a consultation with me. We got what do we have here? Hello? Hello? I think you're muted. So activate your microphone and oh no, it didn't work. All right. I'm a permanent resident traveling within for Thanksgiving. Am I safe? Also, do you know if any of these African countries have been distributed? Yeah, if you're a green card holder, you can travel, no issues about that. My green card is being reviewed right now after it expired in 10 years. I'm hoping to receive it before Christmas, and I intend to travel for the first time in 21 years. I had a DUI. I would be careful, to be honest with you. I would be careful. I would have you speak with an attorney to review your record before traveling with DUI. Like I said, the DUI thing is the biggest thing that they're worried about right now. I don't know why they're detaining so many people with DUI, but that's just how it is. And once again, if you want to join us on the live here on TikTok, just request to join on video and we'll do that.
Hello, Jacob.
Hey, how are you? What is your name?
Good. My name is Erica.
Erica. Hey, Chewbacca, where are you? What is your name?
Good.
Sir, where are you from? Erica.
I live in Chicago.
Okay. What is your question?
How far out are the interviews for Juarez? I'm just waiting for the interview, but I don't know how fast they're going or.
So right now it's about, is there a waiver there or no waiver?
Yes, I already have everything approved.
Okay. So right now your case is in NVC?
Yes.
Okay.
They already approved the papers there also.
So right now it's like about a year, up to a year in Juarez.
Oh, so I have to wait a year for the interview.
About a year, could be sooner, but I'm just saying that people see it up to a year right now to wait.
Oh, okay. Have you heard anything about detaining people when they have everything approved?
Well, they're not going to detain anyone. So when you go to the U.S. embassy in Ciudad Juarez, you're in Mexico, right? So the worst that can happen is they're going to say no, but nobody's going to detain anyone.
Oh, okay. But
Okay.
they do approve the applications, right?
Correct. If the waiver is approved, the chances of them approving the case is pretty good.
Okay. Thank you, Jacob. Have a nice day.
Here's a good question here from Annalie. Are they waiving interviews? Are they still waiving interviews? So yeah. Some people still get their interviews waived. If you apply for a green card and you have all the documents in order, your interview will be waived. But if you compare it to a year ago, the number of interviews being waived is much lower. You know what I mean? So most people are still have to go to an interview. You know what I mean? And a lot of interviews right now are getting more complicated because they separate more people. They have the requirements that you have to prove more things, and they might do home visits. So it depends also where you are located, right? So if you're living, if you live in New York, Los Angeles, Portland, Seattle, Phoenix, those are cities we've seen that they have more enforcement. We've seen the interviews are more complicated. They do home visits. And but in many other places, then no. Um, Suka, you're a U.S. embassy worker. Oh, nice. Why don't you join the live and we can ask you some questions? That'll be nice. Um, are we moving out of Texas if we have DACA? Please, what do you recommend? So again, the reason why people are asking that question is because soon, hopefully this month, we're gonna get a ruling from Judge Heenan, and we're gonna know if DACA new time applications are gonna be allowed and what's gonna happen. But also in Texas, if that happens, then DACA will be able to be renewed, but you won't be able to get a work permit. So a lot of people are thinking about leaving Texas. I mean, this is a personal decision. You know what I mean? If you want to continue to be able to renew your work permit and be able to work, then some people might have to leave Texas to be able to do that. Um, there we go. Talking about the fact that people are being agents now use technology to identify people. Trump is disregarding the Fourth Amendment, facial scan, and I agree. I agree. So if your I-130 is stuck, you can file a mandamus. If my husband, my son, they have citizens both. I renew my green card. My lawyer said it takes 4 months for the interview. Um, it depends. It depends. I don't know if the lawyer can predict it, but I mean, it's just hard to predict it, to be honest with you. But the embassy worker, if you want to join the live, please join the live. I posted the link here. Would love to hear what you have to say. Um, my 601 provisional lawful waiver is approved. I have to go to the India for my interview. Should I leave now? I have 2 kids with disabled need care. You should not leave until you actually have an interview. All right. Once the interview is approved, you should go to the appointment, but don't leave before. Um, let's see here. Anyway, guys, if you're watching this on TikTok, please keep tapping the screen, guys. I want to see more of that and share the live. Thanks, Tubak. Appreciate that. And share the live. There's a little thing at the bottom. Thanks, guys. You can share the live so more people can join us. And this is the form that TikTok wants me to pin. So if you use that form, you can get in touch with me on the live from TikTok or use the number in my bio. And those of you guys watching this on YouTube, the number is right on the screen right now for you guys to use it. There you go. And if you're watching this on Instagram, the number is on the screen as well. Can you help clients in all 50 states? Yes. This is Julie from Instagram. We can, because immigration is federal, we can do this in all 50 states. Absolutely. So that's all you have to do is use the form at the bottom or the phone number right here to get in touch with me. All right. Let me go here. Okay. Okay, so we have I think Karina has a question here, guys. If you want to join the live on video, just request to join. I'll add you. Karina, where are you from and what is the question?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from Bulgaria, but I live in San Diego.
Oh, nice. You live in San Diego. Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So I am currently on an F1 visa that's active until 2028, and I am married to a US citizen, and I have not applied for a green card yet.
Okay.
I'm planning to do that. I've been filling out the documents, and there is one question that is asking if I've worked without authorization. Now, the tricky part with this is that there was one point in which I believed I was working with authorization because I had notified my DSO at my school, but it was not reflected on my I-20. And I was working, and when I noticed that it wasn't noted on my I-20, I informed the DSO, and then I stopped, for a few days until I was able to obtain the work authorization, like
Okay.
reflects on my I-20. So
Okay.
it just bugs me that I have to say yes. So and it kind of makes me feel like it's this big thing and it's going to affect my chances of getting my green card approved. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on how big of a deal is that?
Well, first of all, you have to answer yes, because since you're married to a citizen, the illegal work is waived, right? But if you say no, and some people have said no, and I've seen cases where immigration will find out about it, and then they don't care about the illegal work. What they care is that you lie to them. And if you lie to them, that's the violation. Do you know what I mean? That's how they try to catch you. So in your case, you can clearly state where you worked. It's fine. It's not going to impact you, even though it was unauthorized. But if you say no and they find out, then that's going to be a problem, because they might charge you with misrepresentation. So in your case, I would just say yes, and you're fine. You should be fine.
I see. Okay, sounds good. That answers my question. Thank you.
All right. And if you guys need help before the interview, let me know. We are in San Diego.
Sounds good.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks, Karina. Of course. Remember, guys, it's always a good idea to tell them the truth, especially about work, because if you're married to a U.S. citizen, that is going to be waived, right? I mean, it's different if you're applying through work. Then you have to have analysis to figure out how you present it, because if you're applying through if it's employment-based green card, and you admit that you worked without authorization, there are different implications. So obviously speak with an immigration attorney, because there are different things that you can do. But in this case, marriage case, for sure, no issues at all. If the form I-130 easy to file, for how long does it normally take after the perm is approved? So once you apply for a green card based on employment, your perm takes about 10 months or so. You can get an I-140 approved fairly quickly with the premium processing within probably 45 days, right? But you won't be able to apply for adjustment, because your green card is your priority date is not current. You have to wait for your date to become current. That's why it takes 2-3 years or sometimes more to get a job, to get a green card through a job, because the dates are not current. Guys, yeah, that's the form at the bottom. If you need to get in touch with me during the live, that's what you got to do. Consultations during the live are happening right now, or use the number in my bio to text me directly during the live. And the same thing for you guys on YouTube. Just give it a shot. Use the number right here. You see it on the screen. Just send me a text from the live to book your calls, and then you don't have to wait for weeks to let me see here. Since I was a small, I love that I have America, and oh yeah, definitely. God bless America. I like that. If a family member's documents are with the MVC and they say that they don't have visas for that particular petition, how long does it take? I mean, it takes normal. They don't care why you're waiting. People are waiting in MVC average of 6 months, because it's just a long process. Um, can I apply for citizenship while my green card is being renewed? Absolutely. In fact, some people don't realize it, but if you are about to get your green card renewed, it's about to expire. Instead of renewing it, just apply for citizenship, and that's going to be cheaper and quicker. Will my 601A provisional waiver expire if I don't go to India for the interview? It won't expire. However, the longer you wait, they might ask you for new evidence, and you don't want to wait on that waiver. You want to go as soon as you can, because the evidence on the waiver will not be valid anymore. All right, let's see. I need assistance. Fuad, send me a text, my friend. If it's a personal thing, like I said, if you have very specific questions, just send me a text. And also click the bottom to share the live, so more people can join us today on the live. My brother has an appointment with ICE on the 17th of November. Um, okay, well, gotta be careful because many people get detained right now. For VAWA, what's the timing now? It's been 3 months since I submitted. For VAWA, right now, it's over 5 years. Simply, do you just dodge the EB questions? Oh, no, sure. Send me the EB questions. Let's go. Where's the EB questions? Um, why are EB based green cards so much slower for AOS than family based? The reason why the EB categories like EB1, EB2, EB3, they're slower is because there is less visas available. Okay. So there are some categories, there's more demand that supply. All right. And so, for example, let's say for EB2, there's a huge demand right now in 2025. And so there's no visas available. And so people don't get interviews. It's just a question of supply and demand. But EB1, we still have a lot. And so those EB1s are going faster. Rocky says, I'm from Colorado and I need help with the SIM 51 and N400. Rocky, just use the form at the bottom of the screen or send me a text, use my number in the bio and say, you're Rocky and you need help with the 751, and I'll remember you. All right, let's see who else wants to join the live. And if you want to join the live on YouTube, then just use the link right here. Use that one. Perfect. Use it and join the live and I'll get you on the live. All right. Okay, let's see here. I'll try to take you as in the order that I see it. The order that I see it.
Hey Jacob, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. What is your name and where are you from?
I go by Matt and I'm based in California.
Okay.
So, question, how long is the oath and if you are able to get the passport the same day? Like right out of
So, it depends on where you're applying, right? So, for example, San Diego, New York, they might do the oath the same day. So you finish the interview, they send you to a room down, the same building. You wait a few hours, and then they get you the oath. But a lot of places don't do it the same day. And so when you finish the interview, they'll say, go home. They give you the approval, and then you wait about 30 days. So typically either the same day or 30 days after the thing. And once you get the certificate, you can apply for your passport the same day. You can just cross the street, go to the post office, and apply for your passport.
And then how long would you say that comes to your place? Because I have some travels coming up in a week right after the oath. That's what I don't know if it's gonna come
So if you, let's say, get the oath in a week and you have travel plans, what you can do is every city has a State Department office. You can get your plane ticket and get your certificate of citizenship, and you show up there, and they should be able to give you a passport in 48 hours. But you have to be able to prove that you can travel within the 2 weeks.
and then you just show them your ticket and would that be
You can show them that you're traveling within 2 weeks, and then they can give you a passport in 48 hours, which obviously you're going to pay an expedited fee for that.
got it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I have a follow-up question. It's not about this, but something else. So how did one become a lawyer? You're a lawyer, right? So
Yeah.
do you always have to go to university, like study the law school, or can you also do some other way? I'm trying to get into that profession.
So, I mean, I would say most lawyers will go the traditional route where they'll go to a university, get a bachelor degree in any field, and then you have to go to law school. You do 3 years of law school, and then you take the bar exam, right? There's some rare cases where you don't need to go to law school, where you go through a work experience and you take like the baby bar, and then you take the main bar, kind of like Kim Kardashian is doing, right? But those are more untraditional. I think for you, if you want to, have no problems, do you have a bachelor degree?
Yes, but it's not in the United States. It's somewhere else.
It doesn't matter. So if you have a bachelor degree, what you can do is you can either go to a full law degree in the US, or you can get a master's in law what is called an LLM, and then once you have that, you can see if you can qualify to take the bar. Right? If I were you, I would just do the JD, because this way you have the foundation, and then you know, and you can do it part time while working for a law firm, getting experience. So by the time you finish school, boom, you can take the bar, and you have the experience.
Got it. Well, I don't want to take up much of your time, but it's just a hypo question. I
Right.
like have been thinking about getting into this, but I feel like the AI is going to take over all the law, like legal stuff in the near future. That's what. What do you think? You don't have to get into too.
I mean, I don't think it's. I mean, I think AI will only enhance the job of the attorney, but there's a lot of things that we need to still have humans. Like we have to go to court, we have to, analyze situations. We also have to be able to calm clients down. For example, I have a client who came to me with a full Chat GPT analysis of his case, and he was right. He was actually right about his case, but he was so freaked out because ICE essentially seized his assets and took away a bunch of his stuff, where he needed somebody to tell him what to do, because reading made him even more anxious. You know what I mean? And that's when the human attorney comes in, right? So I don't think AI is going to steal our jobs. It's going to help us make it better, in my opinion.
Got it.
Right?
Thanks, Jacob. I
Thanks.
appreciate your help.
Of course. It's crazy because so many people right now with AI, they know so much. Like when I do consultations with clients, and even people who watch the lives here on TikTok and in YouTube, they know so much because AI has so much info. But at the end of the day, that info is almost there, but they're missing one thing. Or for example, like, oh, we can apply for this E2 visa, but we didn't realize that the source of the funds has to be this and that. So we still need the attorney to explain things. And also, what kind of AI is going to do the live like we do, right? You still need an attorney to be physically here to be able to tell you the stuff and interact with you, right? So yeah, AI is never going to replace us. So guys, you watching this on TikTok, please share the live, click on the bottom and share the live. And the more people share the live, if you share the live, I'll shout your name out. I want to see who's sharing the live, and use the link at the bottom to book a consultation during the live, guys. You can actually do it during the live. Can you renew an expired I-94? No. Once it's expired, you can't renew it. You should renew it before it expires, because once it's expired, you're already undocumented. Thanks, appreciate it, of course. How long does it take for the 751 to be approved? My case has been pending for 24 months. It's taken about 3 years or so. So you're not unreasonably late with your case, I would say. We've got Justin here on Instagram, and let's see, Justin, are you answering questions on green cards or about visas? I can answer a question about visas too. Just ask a question. I don't see a question, but I can answer about visas too, not just green cards. How long does it take to get a student visa? Well, I mean, if you're applying for a change of status, it will take several months. If you're applying for a visa at the embassy, depends which country are you from. Right? That depends on that. So, guys, share the live, please. Keep tapping the screen so more people can see this live. Jazz, why is advanced parole taking so long? It's taking so long because they don't have the resources to process those cases. They're behind. Oh, thanks, guys. Fill the form and share the live so we get more people to see it. Do you recommend it to travel with DACA at the moment? I think it's fine. If you have no criminal record, yeah. I'm on F1 visa and I want to switch to H2B. I have an employer. You can do that, of course. You can switch from F1 to H2B. But remember, H2B, you have to have the quota. If you don't have the quota, you can't get the visa. It's a visa that is based on quotas. So I would do, if you don't get the H2B, try the J1. Let's see. We've got just line up and I'll get as many of you on the video calls. And if you want to do the videos on YouTube, the link is also here. I just posted right there. What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Mavi Fatih.
Okay,
I'm from
that's the link for the
Philadelphia.
YouTube. You're from New Hampshire, New Hampshire, you said? Hello? Oh, oh my God, you're disconnected. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I lost you for a second, but come back to the live and we can ask you a question. All right.
Hello,
Yeah, you're disconnected.
you hear me?
I can hear now. Tell me.
Yes, I'm from Philadelphia,
Okay, perfect.
Pennsylvania.
All right. What is your question?
You know, I have the first case to remove my conditional I-751,
Okay.
but the first case, my interview is like a cancel it. I give apple. I give apple to do the new case, but the case I receive like the extension.
Okay.
I received I received the extension October 30,
Okay.
2023.
Okay. You received the extension on the 751, right?
Yes,
Okay.
the new case.
Okay. What is your question about it?
The question is like my green card is expired like 4 years. I have like the extension, the 48 months
Okay.
expire. Immigration give me a stamp. I-551 pending I-751, but they took my green card. But I have the extension later,
Okay.
48 months expire with me,
Yeah.
and like the 551 step,
Okay.
they're gonna expire in March 2026, 18 March 18, 2020.
Okay.
2026, this next year. I want to know if I can travel with that.
So this extension paper is a travel document as well. Anybody that files for 751, that document is an extension. So you can travel with it. But before it expires, you have to go to the immigration. They're going to give you a stamp, and that is going to extend it for another year. But as long as you have the extension and the stamp, you can travel, of course.
Yes, I have the stamp. They is valid until March 18th.
Okay, so you can travel. No issues at all.
Okay.
Okay.
I can travel, no problem. About the green card ticket is not a problem.
No. No, because you have an extension,
Okay.
and that extension is work authorized and
Yes.
travel. You can keep working and traveling. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, the whole point of this extension is to allow you guys to travel and work. That's the whole point, right? The new rules regarding persons' weight apply to both non-immigrants and immigrant visas. Correct. So the new requirements, as I mentioned, you've seen my videos before where I talked about the fact that the State Department just a couple of days ago expanded the requirements for health conditions, which is weight, cardiovascular disease, mental, and that applies to both immigrant and non-immigrant visas. Absolutely, because everything that happens in the embassy these rules will apply. I have a criminal record and I was refused my visa. How to travel to the United States again? You have to go back to the embassy and reapply for the visa. And once you convince them that you qualify, then you'll be able to come back. You might need a waiver as well. Is there an EB visa sponsorship jobs? Yeah. So there are many companies who sponsor for EB, right? There are many companies who sponsor for EB3, unskilled, EB2, high position, high level. Yeah, absolutely. I'm from Pakistan. Pakistan is not listed on the H-2B visa. So can I still apply? I mean, you can, but you're going to need a waiver, and it's not going to be easy for you to get one. Let's see here. Marisol, if I file tax returns with zero income due to unemployment, is it still valid for citizenship application? I don't owe any taxes. Absolutely. So as long as you file your taxes, even if it's zero income, you're good. Nobody says that you have to, they don't care about the amount that you have. When Gavin Newsom becomes the US president, will what changes take place? That's a good, interesting question. If Gavin Newsom becomes president, I mean, I guess he will undo a lot of the Trump orders. I mean, Trump made a lot of orders, over 200 little executive orders. I assume that most Democratic presidents will undo most of those. And that includes the travel bans, that includes all these restrictions that we just mentioned, that removes the H-1B $100,000 fee, all the things, which could happen if there's a new president. Can you hear me?
Hello,
Yeah. What's your
how
name
are
and where are you from?
this is Bob is talking. How are you, Jacob?
They're pretty good. Bob, is your video working?
No.
Okay. All right. Tell me
Okay.
your question.
So my son have an interview in the embassy now, and I tried to change the address because I moved from some place to another place. I
Okay.
want because we have a immigrant visa. I'm a US citizen, so I apply for my son, so he will come in here. I tried to update my address, because when he is coming, I will receive the green card. But
Okay.
I cannot like change the address. Did you know, by the way, like where I can change the address?
Yeah. So if you want to update the address, you have to go to the online website of immigration and you have to look for form AR11. And this form is when you're going to update the address. Okay. It's very
But
simple.
the case is finished with the National Visa Center. So now is transferred to the embassy. So it's not allowed me to change the address.
Oh, I see what you mean. I see. You already passed immigration and MVC, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I would still contact the MVC to let them know about the new address because they do have the control to update the embassy or any of the other agencies. I would have you email them and also use the public inquiry form because then you have a record that you did that. You know what I mean? That's what I would do.
Okay,
Because
but
MVC
you.
will control the embassy. The embassy itself, there's no guarantee that they're going to do it. If you do it through the public inquiry form with MVC, at least you have a record that you did it. If there's a problem in the future, you can prove it. With the embassy, you can't prove it. You know what I mean?
O- Okay, but because I'm thinking like in the interview, my son he gonna give him the new address, tell him this is
No,
my
for
dad
sure.
address.
You can do that as well. But I would also use the MVC to update them too, because the MVC still retains control of communication. So
Oh,
of
I see.
course you can
Like
tell at the interview. Of course you can tell at the interview, but I will also officially do it with MVC.
with the inquiry.
Correct. Inquiry form. It's called public inquiry form on their website.
Okay, I hear you posted a video like 2 days ago or 3 days about DNA for a kids or something like that.
Yeah.
This is for a new
That's
kids?
that's not going to apply to him. This is only after people applying after December 26. Your case is before
Oh,
that. It's not going to apply to you.
oh, I see. What did you say? Thank you
Okay?
very much. Thank you very much. You
Of
have a
course.
great day.
Of course, I appreciate it. So, guys, remember that a lot of people that are going through the whole immigration process will be facing a lot more scrutiny after December 26th, where they're going to be asking for biometrics and more data from anyone, including children under the age of 14. So be prepared for that. Once again, guys, if you're watching this on TikTok, please share the video right now. There's many people here. Please share the live so more of you guys can join here because we don't want people not to know about this. I just posted a video like an hour ago about what to do when you actually are apprehended by ICE. Not when they come to you and you're trying to avoid them, what actually happens when they take you. And that's a very important video that I posted on my profile. And the only way you can see it is if you follow me, obviously. So you have to follow my profile so you don't miss any of my videos. But in that video, I mentioned that you have to memorize the phone number of one person or your attorney, and never ever sign Form I-205, which is a voluntary departure form, which will bar you for 10 years or more. So don't ever sign anything. It's better to say, I'm not going to sign anything. I want to speak with my attorney. And if they try to intimidate you and say, hey, if you're not going to sign this, we're going to put you in detention, doesn't matter. Don't sign anything if you're detained by ICE. It is essential because right now they're going to be using a lot of tactics to intimidate um, many of you, and that's the reason why we're making those videos, because I want to make sure people are familiar with what they can do. And so, guys, please share the live. Follow me if you haven't followed me before. And if you need to get in touch with me during the live, the phone number is in my bio. Send me a text immediately while you're on the live. And is green card based on asylum are paused? They're not paused. They're delayed. They're delayed significantly. All right, let's take another person and keep answering. Can you help clients in Phoenix? Yes, we can. As I mentioned, guys, we can do it in all 50 states because immigration is federal. I can help you guys anywhere. We have another person on the live here. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm from Brazil. My project is about to prove a magnificent sporting experience in the streets. Lucas, you can apply for NIW. So send me a DM, Lucas Ninja. Send me a DM. You could qualify for a green card self-petition. Absolutely. We've got a lot of entrepreneurs here watching on Instagram. We've got Jamie, who is developing a fitness app. Potentially could be NIW as well. So if you're watching this on Instagram, you can send me a DM right now from the live or use the phone number that I posted here on the screen. Schiffer, what's the fastest way to get my girlfriend here from the Dominican? The fastest way would be a K1 fiance visa. Fiance visas are definitely getting faster. For sure. All right, let's see what we're going to do. All right. Guys on TikTok, please share the live. And if you want to join me on the video, I will get you on as soon as possible. We've got Sam here who wants to join us. Get him in a second. Sam?
Hi, do you listen me?
I can hear you, yeah. Where are you from?
Okay, my name is Smita.
Yeah.
So here I am on F1 visa, applied for my husband and my daughter for F2 visa twice,
Okay.
but that's denied. So my graduation is in May, so I decided to apply them again.
Which country they're from?
F2 visa.
Which country?
I'm from Pakistan.
Pakistan. I mean, it's going to be hard, to be honest with you. Islamabad is very tough right now. So I think
But
it's...
their visa will be from Abu Dhabi or Dubai because my husband is doing job in Dubai.
Okay. Is that where he was denied the first time?
Yeah, twice. They give interview in Dubai embassy.
Oh, Dubai. Okay. Well, I mean, maybe they need to do something more to strengthen their case. Maybe they're missing some documents, prove that they're going to go back to the US. You just never know, right?
Okay.
So...
Yeah, but for graduation ceremony, which visa will be best? Like I should apply for F2 visa or for visit visa?
I think for they should get the F2 visas, 100%, because they're not going to get a B1, B2. F2 visa tells them that they're the spouse of an F1 and they just want to come for graduation. So they should apply for the F2. They should not, yeah, they're not going to get tourist visas. Not with that background.
Okay, my daughter is 2 years old, so it's very disturbing me for now because it's like more than 1 year here I am.
No, I understand that. I understand. That's why I'm saying the F2 is the best way. You have to convince them that the family is separated and you guys don't want to be separated.
Yeah.
Okay?
We should have to write their short visit, or we have to say them we have to stay there, like they have to stay with me, like
And we have to mention their short visit or the whole duration.
No, I mean for the F2, they have to be able to come for the duration of the stay. It doesn't have to be a short visit, as long as they can show they can afford it.
Yeah, because I will apply in my last semester. Like in May, my graduation is. I will apply after January or maybe in January. Like my whole tuition fee is paid already.
Yeah. No, all that has to be proven to the government. As long as they can see that they're not going to become a public charge, they should be able to give them the visas. But stay with the F2. Don't try the B1.
Oh,
Okay. And if you need help, just send me a message.
oh.
Okay. Thank you. Non Tando says, can you help me apply for H2B? Sure, absolutely. Just send me a message and I'll help you with that. Yeah. Do you handle asylum cases? Yes, we do as well. We do asylum cases too. And then if you watch this on YouTube, just send me a message on this number. Do I have to worry about being approved for my N400 application if I have passed dismissed charges? Well, it's not even about that. It's important to know what are these dismissed charges and whether they create this assumption that you have bad moral character. If you don't have bad moral character, then you should be fine. But just because they're dismissed, it still doesn't mean that it's going to be good for immigration, right? All right, we got JK here. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hey,
Yeah. What's your name and
hey,
where are you from? Yeah, I can hear it.
hey, Jacob. I was on the show a few weeks back.
Okay.
Yeah, so
What's your
yeah,
name again?
JK.
JK. Okay. So
Yeah,
remind me again what happened.
yeah. So I mean, I had asked about N400 processing times, and my 751 was pending, uh, and I just wanted to know how soon can I have a decision on my case.
So
So,
you filed N400 and 751 together, right?
uh, no, I filed my 751. It's been pending for over a year,
Okay.
and uh, so I became eligible to file for citizenship based on marriage to a U.S. citizen under the 3-year mark, based on 3-year
Okay.
rule. And I applied a month back
Okay.
for for my N400, and I got my receipt notice with my biometrics also.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I think from based on what I've seen happen with clients of mine and other people that actually were here on the show, you're looking at about 6 months. And they're going to schedule for an interview and you're going to have an interview for both, for your 751 and for your N400.
Oh, okay. So, are they approving? Because last time, uh, you like pulled someone into the call,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
that
And
person,
this guy's case was done in 5 months or less.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he get the 751 approved first, and then they called him for the N400, or do you see that happening now, or is it both
No,
going
no,
together?
no. What happened is that after the interview, both cases were approved, not before, because they don't know about you until you show up for the interview. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So
So we went to the interview first, then the 751 was approved, the N400 was approved, and then he got his oath ceremony.
okay. Oh, okay. So my question is, for the 751 is pending for over a year,
Yeah.
and my N400, I applied a month ago,
Okay.
and you said 6 months from the day I applied for N400, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So if I don't hear back in like 6 months, like, can I consider like filing a mandamus lawsuit?
No, I would say a year. If you don't hear anything on the N400 within a year, then I would do um, then I would
The
do
law-
mandamus.
But then also my that way my 751 will also be, in pending status, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do mandamus, I would wait at least a year from the time you file the N-400, just to make sure that you have enough power and enough leverage to win the N-400, to win the mandamus.
Yeah, but so can I file a mandamus on the 751?
No, no, because the processing time for these cases is about 3.5 years. So if you file a mandamus, it's not going to help you because they're going to say you are not outside of normal processing times. You only file mandamus when it's outside of processing times. 751, that's the reason they gave you a 48 months receipt. Did you get that
Yeah,
one? That's
I
why.
did.
They did that because people were suing them and they don't want that. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay. So and also okay.
That
So
guy that
you
I
do
brought
you
in last
see?
time is here now. He's watching the show again.
Ah,
Go ahead.
okay.
Yeah, tell me.
So do you? Okay, so do you see cases in 400 cases going faster? Like, are they calling people
No, no, they'll call you.
or?
I'm telling you, you'll be called within the next 6, 7 months. You will be because your N-400 is not gonna it's not gonna take too long. And once you get called, both cases will be adjudicated.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
And another thing I wanted to ask was uh, my my parents' B1, so B1 B2 visa was denied. Like my mother's B2 visa was denied from India. Uh,
Okay.
she's retired, and both my parents are retired. So, and I'm a like a conditional green card holder. So, like, I don't know how to like deal with this situation because it's been over like 6 months since her visa was denied was, and they just denied her on the grounds of 214B, like intention to like.
Yeah. I mean, that's the most common reason why people get their tourist visa denied,
Yeah,
214B. I think for you, probably the best thing to do is once you become a citizen, just sponsor your parents. I think it's
yeah,
going
but
to be hard for them to get tourist visas. I think.
the the thing is that they don't want to come and settle down in the US. They just want to come here for a visit, maybe once or twice, and that's about it.
Okay.
So
If that's the case, they just have to keep applying. There's nothing wrong with trying to reapply until they get it. Some people do it for 6, 7 times. They have to make sure the application is strong enough. I don't know what exactly they put in their application. Maybe they should work with an attorney just to make sure that they are take advantage of all the resources out there to get their visas. But that's the visa they should be getting, the tourist visa.
yeah, because I don't want, because even if I become a citizen, I don't want to file a green card for them because they don't want to come
No, I
here.
understand. I understand.
Yeah,
Keep pushing the B1, B2. And like I said, if you need help for the case to be reviewed or something, then let me know.
yeah. And how much like do you charge for the B2 visa cases?
Just
And
send me a message and I will
uh,
give you all the details.
and also I will need you, I mean someone, I mean like either you or anyone from your team to represent me at my interview, like
No, that's fine.
my
You see
100.
the number on the screen? Just send me a text and we'll set up a time to talk to you about that too.
Okay, okay, all right. Thank you so much, Jacob.
Thank you, of course. Um, all right. So as I mentioned to you guys, the combo filing of the 751 and the N400 will expedite your case if you have a clean case like he has. Is there any way to get stay in the US permanently with an ESTA and get a work visa? No. ESTA it's a privilege to enter the United States. You can't change your status unless you marry a citizen. That's not gonna help you guys. Okay, let me ask you guys on TikTok, you're watching the live. Please share the live right now. One of you who shares the live, I will choose later on for a free consultation. So share the live and then um share the live, keep tapping the screen because then we get more people seeing it. And then I'm going to pin this notice. TikTok is requiring me to pin the notice, and you can book the call with me right now. All right, let's see here. Is it safe to have a non-emergency Medicaid if divorced from an I-64 sponsor 6 years ago? Would this be considered public charge? Um, I mean, I don't think Medicaid is an issue here, to be honest with you, especially if it's not long-term use. Um, so I would say yes. I would say it should be fine. Let's see here. My priority date is April 22nd, EB3. When can I expect it to be current? I can only get predictions for EB3 once I see the visa bulletin after December. Right now, it's just hard to say because we don't have visibility. That's the reason, right? So it's hard to say. It's hard to say. And I don't have the visa bulletin in front of me, but I usually look at the visa bulletin at the end of the year and we can get predictions for what's going to happen next. Um, Thanks, Peter. Peter says 4 or 5 months to get that interview, and he got his citizenship already, and he has his passport right now. Okay, let's see what we have here. Yeah, if you want to join the live, just request to join. You can request to join on screen. This is I'm taking people from TikTok.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Stacy. I'm calling from California.
Okay,
I have a couple of questions.
sure.
You mentioned something about the new requirements for health
Okay.
for immigrant benefits as well. And you mentioned something about mental health. I was wondering if you could expand on that. And is it actually going to is it already in effect?
Yes.
Or it will go into effect soon?
No, it's been already in effect a couple of days ago. There was a cable that was sent to all consular officers, and essentially gives them broader powers how to evaluate a person's visa eligibility. Okay, in terms of mental health, they're looking at more conditions like bipolar, severe depression, people that need hospitalization long term to be able to function, people that take expensive medication or combination of those medication. And so looking at that situation, somebody's profile, they'll make it a determination if they are going to be a public charge and whether they should give them a visa or not.
Okay, does this also apply to persons undergoing adjustment of status based on marriage?
No. So right now, what we know is that this is a State Department matter, which means that it's only for people coming into the United States. Adjustment of status, the person is already here. But
Okay.
I mean, they might expand that to that too at some point, right? But so far, it's only for people applying from outside of the US.
Okay, got it. And then, with this administration, how long do you think, let's say, when you apply for adjustment of status, how long will you till you get your work permit and then eventually green card? Is it taking longer or it's just?
I mean, right now, I would say in most states, it's taken about 10 months for adjustment of status. So it's not that bad. It hasn't really been prolonged too much. It was like 7 months before. Now it's like 10. So it's not bad.
So 10 months until the green card.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's still, did you guys already file?
We're about to file.
Well, if you were about to file, then maybe it's worth to have somebody look it over or help you with that. So send me a message and I'll be more than happy to help you with that. Make sure that you don't make any mistakes.
Okay. All right. Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
Thanks a lot, of course.
Bye.
If you don't hire an attorney for the full case, at least hire somebody to review the file. It's worth it. So you don't make any mistakes, at least in checking the documents, making sure that everything is there, because if you don't, it will come back to hurt you. Francisco is asking, how long is the 601A waiver taking and how long after will be the interview in Mexico? Right now, the waivers are about 2.5 years. And after it's approved, another 5 months for oh, thanks a lot. Another 5 months for the interview. Jebby says, I want to hire you. The best way to hire me is to send me a message, use the number in my bio, or you can use the little form at the bottom of the screen. I'll pin it right now. You see the form at the bottom? Use that form to hire me right now, to get in touch with me during the live. The nice thing about doing it during the live is you have a priority access to me because I am on the live right now. And yeah, so use the form at the bottom of the screen. And if you are watching this on YouTube, the number is on the screen right here, and you can use it to get in touch. Let's see. Prediction for EB3 unskilled visa bulletin. I think you're not going to see too much movement until February of 2026. EB3 unskilled is quite slow right now. And the reason, again, we have more demand than supply. That's the reason why some of these categories, like the EB4, is so backlogged, because too many people want visas, but they don't have visas to give, and therefore you have the backlog. All right, so we are coming to the end of our show here on YouTube. Let's see. Royalty says, I've already given my green card interview July 10th. I'm still waiting for any updates. UCS shows review. It could be that your case is being further reviewed, investigated. So it could be that they need to check more in your case. It's possible. You should make an inquiry with immigration. Any news on the DV lottery? So far, no news. It probably was postponed by 3 months to beginning of 2026. DV lottery. Let's see. After marriage visa submission, should we worry about being deported while waiting? That's a good question. No. Once you submit it, you don't have to worry about it because you won't be deported. All right, so we're ending this on Instagram and on YouTube, guys. We'll see you. Do I have to be worried about the approval of VAWA, adjustment through VAWA? No, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be worried about that. I forgot to mention about traffic tickets in I-45 form. Got my green card. All tickets were dismissed after fee. I wanted to find out if I have to mention details of traffic tickets. If you have a lot of traffic tickets, you have to mention them. I mean, excessive. Okay. All right. All right, guys. So thanks for watching on YouTube. We'll be back here next week, Monday at 5 p.m. And 2 more videos are coming up on YouTube in the next couple of days. So stay tuned, and I'll see you next week.